Okay. I'm going to have to tweak a setting here, folks, but welcome to the Above Average Baseball Show with me, your host, the King Source. Let me pull this up so I can kind of tweak the settings, and I fixed a lot of the settings of the camera, so it should look a lot better this time. Just give me a second. I'll fix this and we'll really get going here. It's a Zoom issue that I can go in here and fix. And then you'll see me a little better. Okay, it's not working on that side. What about here? Okay, what in the heck? Well, I guess that works. So, welcome to the Above Average Baseball Show with your host. That's me, the King Source. We're going to talk about all things baseball, just have some fun here. And yeah, we'll get going from there. And as you can tell, I fixed the zooming on my camera. It might be a little bit off still, but it's zooming a lot better with the auto zoom and stuff, and a lot more clear. So, first let's talk about the playoff picture. And there's several playoff spots for the MLB already clinched. You have the Toronto Blue Jays for the AL. Then you go to the NL. You have the Phillies who've already clinched their division and at least a 2 seed. There are 3 games behind the Milwaukee Brewers who've already clinched a division as well for the 1 seed. So the Dodgers at best would be 3 seed at this point. Dodgers have clinched. Cubs have clinched. Who is the closest to clinching next? Well, that is going to be the Yankees at 88 and 68. If they win tomorrow and get a loss from a certain team, they clinch a playoff spot. So it's that easy, that close. So it's going to take a little more finagling, but it looks like the Yankees and Mariners will be the next teams to clinch. Then we'll see the Tigers and Guardians most likely going to the playoffs as well. One will be division champion. We'll see on the other. And then it's who else gets to the postseason? There's 4 other teams alive in the Red Sox, Royals, Rangers, and Astros. Who gets that last spot? So it's going to be interesting to see there. Yankees still a landslide favorites in the AL, if you ask me. Big time favorites. You come down to the NL, you have the Phillies in, Brewers, Cubs, and Dodgers in. Then you have the Reds in the last playoff spot. I think those are your playoff teams. I think the Reds and Padres take the 2 last playoff spots. As Padres win tonight, actually, they clinch a playoff spot, by the way. Get that 86th win. If you want to know why, that would match the Mets. Max wins the Mets could get, and the Padres have the tiebreaker over the Mets. So that would put the Padres into the playoffs. The Mets are playing the Cubs Tuesday through Thursday. If the Cubs sweep that, I'm going to be laughing hysterical. I'm already laughing. The Mets are just a mess, guys. They're a mess. So, click on Wild Card. You can see a clearer picture where things stand. The Rangers 5 games out. The Royals are 6 out. A Royals loss tomorrow. They're cooked. The Yankees, Guardians, Astros all win tomorrow. They're cooked. So the Royals most likely not going. The Rangers are 5 games out. They're on the precipice of elimination. You have the Cardinals and Marlins 4 games out. The Giants 3 games out. It's actually 4 because everybody's got the tiebreaker on them. So they're all but eliminated. Diamondbacks a game out, but I just can't see the Diamondbacks getting over that hump. I just don't see it. I see the Reds pulling away with that 3rd wild card spot, and then you have your NL teams. So, yeah, who do I think wins the World Series? I still think it's the Yankees. I do. I'm just looking at everything. There's no team the Yankees cannot beat. The Dodgers are half the team they were last year. They're not playing great baseball. So it remains to be seen on that one. Now, a lot of talk right now is on the AL MVP. It's Aaron Judge. It's Aaron Judge. What I look at is, where is a team without the player? You take Aaron Judge out the Yankees are doing about 70 wins, 65 wins right now, and not even near a playoff spot. You can't say that for the Mariners. Have a I think a 16-7 record this year without Cal Raleigh in the lineup. You can't say it with the Guardians have a 20-15 record without what's his name, Jose Ramirez in the lineup. And these are over the last 2 years, by the way. So, Judge is the MVP. He's got the best stats. He's having a historic year. There's just no other vote. And most reporters tell me they're still voting for Judge. So, there's that. Good morning, Jared. Welcome. All are welcome into the chat. Ask your baseball questions, baseball podcast. Another thing there's a lot of questions on is the offseason. Where are some players going? Okay? Pete Alonso is the biggest if. He's expected to opt out, and he's going to have a lot of teams after him. The Rangers, the Phillies, the Red Sox, the Mariners, the Royals. A lot of teams going to be after Pete Alonso. He's going to get a $200 million offer this offseason. One thing I did not check is how old is Pete Alonso this offseason. Let me pull that up. He is going to be going into his age 31 season next year. So I definitely see a team throwing a 5 to 7 year contract on him. Maybe 5 is a little more accurate. He's probably going to get about $35 million a year. So at 5 years, you'd be talking around $175 million. And add 70 for 7 years onto that, which would put you up at $245 million. So that's for him. Now there's also Trent Grisham. What's going to happen with Trent Grisham? I agree. There's no ghost of a chance Pete Alonso signs there. No chance. Trent Grisham is gone from the Yankees too. Why? It's multifaceted. Part of it is the Yankees are throwing the money at Cody Bellinger and Munetaka Murakami, and that they already have Spencer Jones. The other part is his hometown Rangers are about to make him a massive offer. I've talked to a family member of mine that works for the Rangers in the law firm that handles their legal stuff, and I'm told to expect at least $200 million offer from the Rangers to Trent Grisham. He's only going to be 29. People don't realize how young he is. He'll be going into his age 29 season. Okay? He's 28 right now. A 8-year offer makes sense. We're probably talking 8 years, $240 million right now. And yes, in Texas, Trent Grisham's going to be a 25, 30 homer a year guy. He just needs to stay within himself and get the playing time. You can throw Spencer Jones in there, and their production's back. And he might even give him more production. So, yeah, I see Trent Grisham going there. And I'm going to talk to Murakami through Japanese media, has let me know he still wants the Yankees above all teams. The Yankees will be his first choice. The other team he's going to work with, he'll only start talking to other teams, and only West Coast teams, if he can't work something out with the Yankees. Okay? So there's that as well. Can he work it out with the Yankees? I believe so. And I believe it gets done pretty quickly. Okay? After that. Yeah, nobody understands how the inner workings of a baseball team really work. It's very intricate. The owner will tell his front office guys like GM or President of Baseball Operations, we want this player. They go start the talks with the player and try to get it done. But the GM also has maxes they'll go on the player that they feel he's worth and stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into there. It's very complicated. With Murakami, he still wants the Yankees. Remember, he was at number 55 for Hideki Matsui. Big-time Yankees, won the World Series for the Yankees, World Series MVP with the Yankees. So, big-time stuff there. Okay? I think the deal ends up in the realm of 10 years, $250 million, to 12 years, about $350 million. Somewhere in that range. Because Murakami is going into his age 26 season, so you can throw a 10, 12-year contract on there. He does not want opt-outs of his deals with the Yankees, I've been told. He doesn't care about opt-outs if he gets to play for the Yankees for 10, 12 years. And be the next great Japanese power hitter. And mark my words, he will break Ohtani's single-season home run record for a Japanese-born player. So, he threw out one of the first pictures for the Yankees this year. Yes, that's true. Murakami actually came over during spring training. In a spring training game, he threw out a first pitch for the Yankees. The Yankees have been scouting him like crazy. And I'm baffled what John Heyman is doing. And what's going on with him. Why would he say teams like the Red Sox, White Sox, Mets, Cubs are in on Murakami after Murakami himself said he wants the Yankees only and then a few West Coast teams. Those are going to be the Padres, the Mariners, the Angels, and Athletics are those 4 West Coast teams. If Utah gets a team, he would include Utah. But probably not going to have a team yet. So I don't get what the heck Heyman is doing trying to say these others are in on it. I just don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me. And the Zoom is bugging me, so I'm going to see if I can tweak it a little bit. It's on auto zoom, and I tweaked a lot of settings from the last live, the last videos, but yeah, it's annoying me. Trying to fix it. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Flip it back to default. That's a little better. Anyway, so that's where Minotaka Murakami stands. Other upcoming free agents. Cody Bellinger has an opt-out. Some thinks he opts out. I don't particularly think he does. I think what happens is if they get close to that opt-out decision, which as right now, it's going to be around November 10th to 15th, somewhere in there. The Yankees and Bellinger agreed to an extension, just like what happened with Matt Chapman last year. So, negotiations topic is starting extremely, early from John Heyman. I don't know why he's trying this and throwing the Mets and Red Sox when he knows they will go against Murakami. That's straight up being paid by Murakami's agent to set the table for negotiations. And I'm expecting him to say something about Bellinger over the next week. And Cody Bellinger wants to stay with the Yankees. Jack Chisholm wants to stay with the Yankees. Ryan McMahon loves being a Yankee. David Bednar wants to stay with the Yankees. These guys should be extended. The Yankees have a group of 4 guys you extend without him thinking about it. McMahon because of his defense, and he'll get his offense fixed at some point. He needs to relax more into his role at the Yankees, and the bat will come along with it. He's been forcing it too much. Okay? Other free agents, let me pull up a list. 26. You can pull them up just by Googling 2025, 2026 free agents. And then there's MLB.com articles of future free agent classes look. And if it says this upcoming one, then that is the one that starts June 5th, if I'm right, because it's usually a few days after the end of the season. Last game of the World Series will be November 1st. So at first base, again, you got Pete Alonso. He's opting out. Josh Naylor, Paul Goldschmidt. He likely retires, especially if the Yankees win a World Series. Rhys Hoskins has mutual options. They're almost never exercised. One of the parties will opt out on that one. Justin Turner, Josh Bell, Lamont Wade Jr., Wilmer Flores, Donovan Solano, Ty France, Connor Joe. Solano's more of a third baseman than first baseman. Bell and Naylor and Alonso were the ones that jump out. I think Carlos Santana retires as well. At second base, you have Luis Reyes, Ozzy Albies, and club option will be exercised on Albies. He'll win free agency. Torres again, yeah, Gleyber Torres, or Gleyber Torres actually. It's not an A sound. It's Gleber or Gleber. Brandon Lowe, club option. I think that club option will be exercised by the Red Sox. Jorge Polanco, vesting option. I think that'll be exercised. Luis Rengifo, Kyle Farmer, mutual option. He'll hit free agency. Theo Estrada, mutual option. He'll hit free agency. Adam Frazier, Jorge Mateo of the Orioles, and a club option on him. We'll see what happens. Alex Bregman has an opt-out. He will opt out. That's what I've been told by my Boris Corp contacts. Eugenio Suarez expected to re-up with the Mariners or go back to the Diamondbacks. On him. Max Muncy, we'll see if he even stays in the big leagues. He may retire, we'll see. Gio Urshela, Josh Rojas, John Berti, Yohan Moncada, and Moncada's rebuild his value. He'll get a good contract. I can see the Dodgers even trying to grab him. And Luis Urias. Shortstop, Bo Bichette, and Bo Bichette in free agency projects more as a second baseman or a third baseman. Dodgers expect to go all out after Bo Bichette to play third base for him. Keep an eye on that one. I'm telling you. Trevor Story has an opt-out. I do see him opting out and trying for a bigger contract. We'll see if he stays with the Red Sox. Yankees have some interest after a healthy season. Other teams do. We'll see. Ha-Seong Kim is not out. He will not opt out. He's not going to get $50 million per free agency. He'll keep it. Orlando Arcia should not opt out. Miguel Rojas, IKF, Isaiah Kiner Falefa, Ahmad Rosario, and Paul DeJong. Yankees might try to re-sign Rosario. We'll see. And he's another one where he's more of a second baseman, a third baseman, and shortstop. Then in the outfield, you have Kyle Tucker. I still think the Cubs could extend this guy before free agency opens in that private negotiation period. they're just terrified of the Dodgers making an offer they can't match. Okay? Kyle Schwarber, he'll go back to the Phillies. Cody Bellinger, opt-out. I don't see him opting out. I see the Yankees giving him an extension to avoid the opt-out. Luis Robert Jr., a club option. What happens with that one? That is going to be one of the most interesting ones to watch this offseason. What happens with that one? Tyler O'Neill, opt-out. I think he does opt out. Cedric Mullins will be a free. We'll see what happens with Cedric Mullins. He's still a great outfielder, still young at 30. Should get a good contract. I can see the Royals going after him. A team like that needs an outfielder. There are others that could. Even the Phillies might go after Mullins. We'll see. But he'll have Michael Conforto probably retires. Mike Yastrzemski will be a free agent from the Royals, and that's why the Royals have an open outfield spot. Royals want to keep Yastrzemski. Likely will. Chris Taylor, club option, probably exercised, most likely. Starling Marte, Trent Grisham, we already talked about him. Andrew McCutchen, probably Pirates to retirement. At this point for him, we'll see. And where was that? There we are. Mitch Haniger, probably retirement. Hunter Renfroe, again, another retirement candidate, but maybe you can find a team that just needs a DH. Max Kepler, Lane Thomas, and Thomas is going to find a team. He's a good outfielder. Tim wants right-hand outfielder. There's a good option. Willie Castro, and he is actually infielder, not an outfielder. Cubs will want to re-sign him. Jesse Winker, Austin Hayes, mutual option. He'll be a free agent. Randall Grichuk, mutual option. He'll be a free agent. Austin Slater, Yankees will not be bringing him back because they're bringing up Spencer Jones, and they'll run with Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, Judge, and Bellinger, if I could say it. Once they re-sign him. Mike Tauchman, we'll see where he goes. Dylan Carlson, switch hitter. Ramon Laureano has a club option, and probably that gets exercised by the Padres. Harrison Bader, mutual option. He'll probably hit free agency. Tommy Pham, Ben Gamble, Kike Hernandez. Jason Hayward probably retires. Michael A. Taylor, and Alex Verdugo. We'll see if Verdugo doesn't retire if he finds a team. So that's your main position players thing there. I wouldn't be surprised if Austin Wells, who he's talking about, is gone this year. I won't rule that out because Ben Rice could take over starting catcher when they sign Murakami. And the Yankees have so many catchers in the minors. I won't rule it out, but I'll say it's unlikely. Some of his friends want Luis Robert back, but I don't think he'll be back with the Mets. I don't either. I think Luis Robert Jr. hits free agency. Maybe the Dodgers grab him. He'll be a late in free agency signing. That's what will happen with Luis Robert Jr. Alrighty, so let's go to the pitchers, and we have Dylan Cease. I'm not sure what to think of him. His stats this year have been piss poor, really bad. Some team's going to get a veteran starter. Then Zach Gallen, the Yankees will at least talk to him. The Cubs will. He's one that's going to find a lot of interest. Same with the next one, Framber Valdez. Pirates expected to sign him, and quickly, to put between Skeens and their other young ace they have. I cannot remember his name right now. Let me pull that up. Pull that up for you so I give you the name. But they have another young ace they're developing right now. And let's see. Mike Burrows. He's a really good one. You have Mitch Keller also in that rotation. So if they can get in Framber Valdez, that makes one heck of a rotation there in Pittsburgh. And I think they'd finally compete. So that's where he's expected to go. They have Chris Sale, a club option. It's expected the Braves will extend him to keep him. That's what the expectation is right now. Michael King, a mutual option. He'll hit free agency. That's another one the Yankees could look to sign. If the Yankees do, it's as a long reliever to shore up the bullpen. That's what I've told him. Remember, Mike King is my cousin. He's a third cousin. Jack Flaherty, opt out. I think he stays with the Tigers. Justin Verlander, he needs to retire. He should need to retire. Jordan Montgomery, another one needs to retire. Shane Bieber, another one needs to retire. Shota Imanaga will get extended. It's a club option / player option. I think he gets extended. Cubs aren't letting him go. Max Scherzer, another one needs to retire. Clayton Kershaw is retired. Brandon Woodruff probably stays with the Brewers in some form. Zach Eflin, Kodai Senga. We already know Kodai Senga wants to opt out. He wants to leave the Mets, but we don't know exactly what. There are rumors he wants to go back to Japan. We'll see. Ranger Suarez probably stays with the Phillies. Chris Bassett, we'll see what happens with him. Phillies love him. Other teams love him. We'll see. Walker Buehler, we'll see. Mutual option, we'll see what happens there. Nestor Cortez will find a team. We'll see which team. John Gray, Merrill Kelly is going to find a good contract. I can see the Rangers re-signing him. Phillies going after him. He'll find a great contract. Frankie Montes has an opt-out. I cannot see him opting out after the year he had. Montez will not hit free agency. He'll stink it up for the Mets for another year. Dustin May, he should get a good contract. Tyler Mahle, Freddie Peralta, 2 veterans, like the back end of the rotation fillers. Nick Martinez, another one. Marcus Stroman, vesting option that did not vest till free agency. He likely retires. Lucas Giolito, club option. I don't see the Red Sox exercising that. We'll see, but I can't see it. Aaron Savali will find a contract. He's a really good one. Kente Maeda, he's with the Yankees on AAA. He's going back to Japan. That's already known. And he already has 2 offers. So he's gone from the MLB. Charlie Morton retires. Michael Lorenzen, mutual option with the Royals. What happens there? I don't know. He's a solid starter. He eats innings. What happens? I don't know. German Marquez, he's going to find a contract somewhere. I can see the Royals going after him. Phillies going after him. Solid veteran arm right there. Jose Urquidy, club option. That probably gets exercised, if we're being honest. Tyler Anderson, Andrew Heaney, a couple of lefties. We'll see. They're going to find teams. More of your veteran fillers for your rotation. Kyle Hendricks has retired. He will not hit free agency. That was announced this morning. Kyle Hendricks is retiring. Expected to take a pitching coach position in the Cubs system as well. Steven Matz, a lefty. Miles Mikolas, Chris Paddock, Eric Fedde, Alex Cobb. A bunch of these veteran starters. A bunch of teams could get these guys, like Pirates for a filler, Royals, Reds. There's a lot of these guys out there. Tomoyuki Sugano expected to go back to Japan. We'll see. Jose Quintana, he's going to stay where he's at. I can't see him leaving. I believe he's with the Brewers, if I'm right. Let me check on him. Jose Quintana. They call it Quintana or Quintana. You can't have that with a QU. It's weird, but yeah, he's with the Mets or the Brewers. So yes, it is the Brewers. He was with the Mets and he went to the Brewers. I don't see him hitting free agency. And I don't know how that happened, but yeah, Griffin Canning, Michael Soroka, Martin Perez, Colin Ray, Cal Quantrill. All these veterans are right there. Kyle Hart, club option, probably exercised. John Means, club option, I'm told will be exercised. Patrick Corbin, the Rangers are going to want to keep him. He's been good for him. And Kyle Gibson. So a lot of veteran guys there. A lot of guys that have been really good. So it's be interesting to see what happens there. Some people think Aaron Boone is gone too. I don't know what to expect with Aaron Boone. There are people who think he will be gone this offseason. Tony Pena is the name I most hear connected. So let's go to relievers now. And, excuse me, Edwin Diaz has an opt-out. He's expected to take it to try to get a bigger contract. We'll see what happens. Devin Williams, Yankees want him back. What kind of a contract does he get? Ryan Helsley, yeah, another one. Fireballer did not do good with the Mets. Yankees have interest in free agency. Both Williams and Helsley. We'll see what happens. Neither will have a qualifying offer, so they'll be cheap and nothing attached. Andres Munoz, he has a club option, will be almost guaranteed to be exercised by the Mariners. I cannot see the Mariners letting him get away. Raisel Iglesias, Robert Suarez, a couple of veterans. And then a surprise, Ryan Presley. Cubs traded for him to be their closer, and he flopped. What'll happen with him? Kenley Jansen, his free agency likely retires. Same with Liam Hendricks. Luke Weaver is open to being a starter. That caught me off guard when I read that today. That tells me the Yankees already let him know they're not re-signing him. Maybe they're going after Helsley and Williams, but they're not re-signing Luke Weaver. So it's a very interesting one there. If A.J. Minter has an opt-out, I'm not sure he does opt-out. Michael Kopech, Pete Fairbanks. Peter Fairbanks is going to have a lot of teams after him. Yankees the favorites as of right now, but a lot of teams, including Cubs, Dodgers, etc., will be after Pete Fairbanks. There's a club option there that's not expected to be exercised. Jordan Romano, can he fix himself? Can any team actually fix him? That is the question. Paul Sewald, mutual option, he'll be a free agent. Kyle Finnegan, having a great year with the Tigers. Another great arm right there. The Rogers twins, Taylor and Tyler Rogers. Cubs like both. We'll see what happens. Ryan Brazier expected to retire. Transferring Dominguez. Brent Suter, club option. Gregory Soto. Pierce Johnson, club option. Now they have club options. 50-50 if they're taken or not. Rafael Montero. Caleb Thielbar. Emilio Pagan. Wandy Peralta has an opt-out. I'm not sure he opts out. He likes where he is with the Padres. I'm not sure he opts out. We'll see. Then you have Matt Strom, a club vesting option. We'll see. TJ McFarland, Justin Wilson, we go about 39, expected to retire. We'll see. He rebuilt his value, so we'll see. Jacob Webb, Sean Armstrong, Joe Ross, Josh Walker, Chris Martin. Yeah, he's still around. Andrew Kitteridge. Club option with the Cubs. I think the Cubs exercise that option to keep him. Caleb Ferguson, Jorge Lopez, Jose Leclerc, Tim Meza, Tommy Conley, back into free agency. Do the Yankees bring him back? Let's keep an eye on that. Danny Colombe, lefty. Good one. We'll see. Yankees have interest. Cubs have interest. We'll see. Danny Smith, club option. He'll hit free agency. John Brebbia, club option. Likely free agency. Tyler Alexander, Scott Barlow, club option. We'll see. Jacob Junis, Kendall Graveman, a mutual option. He's probably hitting free agency right now, is what the belief is. Luke Jackson, Scott Alexander, Lucas Sims, Dylan Tate, and Phil Matone. No lefty and Phil Matone. So that's what that is. And, yeah. Very interesting. Next year, Salvador Perez could be a free agent. So, we'll see what happens here. Of the opt-outs, I do see Pete Alonso opting out, getting him probably $200 million contract. I'd be surprised if it wasn't, in fact, a $200 million contract. And yes, the Yankees do want Devin Williams back because the way he's fixed himself the last 6-7 starts. So that's why. So that's where that is at. And if Devin Williams comes back, it's going to be on like a 2-year, $5 million deal. So $2.5 million per. Just watching in case I get anything. And people ask if it's the best trade at the MLB trade deadline. To me, it's Ryan McMahon because he showed up third base for the Yankees. A weak spot. And the Yankees taken off since, so. So look in here. The playoff picture. That is not the playoff picture. That's some of eliminated teams. That's funny. But the playoff picture, there's something that's bugging me because right now the Yankees and Red Sox will be facing in the wild card round to go to Toronto to face the Blue Jays in the ALDS. That has to change. You cannot have that many teams in the same division grouped together. You can't have that. You can't be doing that. So what do I think will be the biggest surprises coming off season? I'm going to say how fast Munetaka Murakami signs with the Yankees, for one. 2, when the Cubs extend Kyle Tucker right before free agency, for 2. So, yeah. You notice my camera's acting a lot better. I tweaked a bunch of settings, so. Yes, Giancarlo Stanton's contract goes down to $15 million a year next year. The Yankees' payroll will go down to about $165 million before arbitration, and only to about $108 million with arbitration to start this upcoming offseason. People don't realize that. So the Yankees can throw money at Bellinger and Murakami and probably still have money to play with. I don't see the Yankees adding a rotation arm because Garrett Cole comes back, and you'll have Fried, Cole, Rodon, Schlittler, and Gill. And then after you still have Warren and LaRange and Schmidt, etc. So they will not be adding a starting pitcher, I don't think. Unless they add a veteran just to be a AAA veteran. We'll see. A lot of teams will. Cubs will. Cubs are a team to watch for the guys like Zach Allen. Maybe in Framber Valdez, though. I think they'll go for a righty. And Merrill Kelly and others. How good will the D-backs be with all these guys in free agency? So, and the 10 to 15 million Yankees got from Tampa Bay, and the Rays are eliminated for playoffs. And so, the Yankees are right now stripping all the Rays stuff off of Steinbrenner Field. So that will help, too, towards the payroll. So, very good stuff there. Other surprises could be Kyle Tucker's contract, only ending up around $350 million. That would be 12 years, or 11 years, if it's there. He had that bad of a year. Now, let's compare Kyle Tucker and Cody Bellinger, okay? Get rid of this. And this is just making me chuckle, by the way, because the Cubs are paying Kyle Tucker more than the Yankees are paying Cody Bellinger. So Cody Bellinger has batted this year. Let me find that again right there. 271 with 29 home runs and 97 RBIs. He will be a 3,100 hitter. I can guarantee you that one. Kyle Tucker has batted 270, worse, 22 home runs, far worse, 73 RBIs. Far worse. Now, Tucker's 25 stolen bases to Cody Bellinger's 13. That doesn't change things. If you look at the on-base percentage, 381 for Kyle Tucker, Cody Bellinger. Where is it? Right there. 329. So he's a little bit better. Slugging Bellinger or Tucker. It's not showing it. Where is it? Slugging at 472. Cody Bellinger slugging at 486. 815 OPS for Bellinger. Tucker, 853. So it's basically much better for Bellinger overall. Overall hits 132 for Tucker. Cody Bellinger's over 100 as well at 154 hits. 25 doubles, 5 triples. 25 doubles, 4 triples for Tucker. So where was the advantage in dumping Cody Bellinger on the Yankees? Bellinger had the better year. So, yeah. Great year there. This has been, I think we'll end it now, but this has been the Above Average Baseball Show live with your host, me, the King Source, and my new graphics you're seeing here. I did this all myself. All the photo editing, everything, and put this new graphic together. Looks a lot more professional, a lot more modern to me, if you ask me. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Number 2, like the channel or the video, subscribe to the channel, watch videos all the way through. Most videos will be on the King Source if they're under 5 minutes. Want to go over 5 minutes, they'll go on YouTube. But my website at thekingsource.com will have the under 5 minute one. So, hope you